How y'all doing this morning? It's about 5 a.m. and as you can see behind me, the sun is coming up. I've been up for about half an hour. I'm making coffee. And so my goal is Delafield, and the hotel I have reserved in Delafield. It's about 18 miles. So that, just want to say good morning. So that's the water source, which is just a very short walk from my campsite. And it's early in the morning, so I'll talk quietly. But I just wanted to highlight that at this Pinewoods Campground, the campsites are all spread out, and there's a pretty densely wooded area between each one of them. So I have a lot of privacy for this kind of a state campground. I'm in campsite 295 here. I got a solid 8 hours of sleep, and so I should be out of camp by 6:30, 7 at the latest this morning. So I'm coming up on Ottawa, Wisconsin now, and I'm across some more wildflowers on trail. These are native garden phlox, I believe. So I'm a little over 3 miles in on the day, and I have found a bench which is just past the northernmost of the DCAs north of Ottawa. So I'm gonna sit down and take a quick break before I go through another private land section. I've been on private land for a lot of the morning. So I've made it to the Ottawa Preserve, which has walked me across the edge of a couple of big fields and now into a wooded area. On the paper map, it actually showed that this was an extended road walk with some faintly dotted lines to say where the trail might eventually go. But on far out, it showed that the trail has already gone to that point where the paper map said it might eventually go. So this means this is a newer section of the trail, at least the part that was out on the fields, I think, than what the paper map I had said. So that was nice. It's another section of what used to be a road walk is now a walk through a little wooded area. It's nice on the Ice Age Trail to get regular reminders of how the process of procuring trail rights of way and land is an ongoing process that the Ice Age Trail Alliance is working through. And that whenever they succeed, a set of volunteers come along and build the trail for all of us to enjoy. So, once again, I just want to thank the Ice Age Trail Alliance folks and all of the trail volunteers up here who are building this trail now the same way other folks have built other trails in the past But it's fun to be a part of a trail that's in the process of developing and being built. So I'm just past the 6-mile mark, and I'm on a rail trail, and this one's even paved like the Gilman Trail is. So I've now gone almost 9 miles, and it's been about 6 miles since my last break because there was just nowhere to sit along that paved rail to trail path, which was fine, except it's longer than I wanted to go. So now I'm going to take a little pack off lunch break here because I'm about obviously halfway through my 18-mile day at almost 9 miles, and this is a little bridge over the upper Scuppernong Creek. And so I made it to the stairs that lead up to the Lambert Peak Observation Tower. So now I've climbed up the Lapham Peak Tower. I think Delafield's off that direction, which is where I'm headed this afternoon. About 7 miles from there. It's a beautiful view from up here. This direction is from where I came today. We have a full 360-degree view of the surrounding valleys. I did find water at the restrooms and a public spigot that was turned on just to the right of the trail down the hill a little ways, maybe 1/10 of a mile. Down here, there's also one of these big green spigots, which I think is probably a all year round water spigot. And there's a This is an example of one of the educational signs that you find scattered all along the Ice Age Trail. So I'm a couple of miles south of Delafield, and I'm now hiking through an open prairie preserve called the Schoneger Savanna. This is really a wonderfully restored little prairie savanna. I'll see if I can figure out on the internet exactly what these are. There's an oak savanna next to this prairie. It has just been lined with these massive blackberry plants. Hundreds of them back in here. I'm also starting to see some small stands of perennial lupine. Seeing a smattering of wild indigo, and among these wild irises there's some milkweeds that are just starting to pop up. The indigo almost looks like something out of a science fiction movie, doesn't it? That is the strangest blue-green plant with off-white flowers. Just gorgeous. So now I finished up that segment coming through the open prairie. And I'm headed on a paved path next to a very busy road under 95 and into the town of Delafield. As I came into Delafield, the path takes me through a little park alongside a stream and some marshlands. So I got to Delafield a little bit early from my hotel, but there just happens to be an ice cream shop that is immediately on the trail. Like as you exit the Memorial Liberty Park, on the right hand side there's a place called the Chocolate Shop Restaurant or ice cream shop. Really good, great selection of ice cream. So wait a little while to check into my hotel. It's only a couple miles away, and I'm gonna have some ice cream. And also there is an outfitter. It looks like there's an outdoor shop across the way, and I'm just gonna go see what that outfitter has on offer. Especially I could use a few more electrolytes, see what they got. So I took a little 15 to 20 minute break at the ice cream shop, and the ice cream hit the spot. The break was just about the right timing. Now I have about a 2-mile walk left in Delafield to my hotel. So, and Delafield is a really nice little trail town. They had an outfitter. I was looking for electrolyte drink mixes, and they didn't have that. But there was a gear shop that had clothing and shoes and other things. So a little bit of a resupply opportunity there if you needed it. So that's my hotel off in the distance there, the Holiday Inn Express. This is the shopping center that's right next to it. So I picked the Holiday Inn Express because it is literally like a block off of the trail. And what I didn't really know about when I first picked it was that there's a Starbucks nearby, and I've just come from the Umbersons, which is a big grocery store chain up here in Wisconsin. And I got dinner. Nice big healthy salad off their salad bar, and some chocolate milk and some yogurt. So a nice affordable dinner and pretty healthy. So it's only like a 3-minute walk from my hotel. So the 18 miles today wasn't too rough, and I got it done in the 9 hours I thought it would take, even with a couple of nice long breaks and an ice cream treat and stuff. I do have a blister. I don't usually get blisters when hiking anymore, but it does seem like up on the Ice Age Trail, this is the second time that's happened. So I think it might be the road walking, the pavement walking. Quick look at my hotel room. It's just your usual 2 double beds hotel room, and I blew up the pack over here on the other bed, so I've got a little pack explosion going on over here to reorganize things, and I was able to launder all of my clothes. So I'm pretty much set for tomorrow